Thank you so much for your interest in worship, how to use your work to worship God. These videos are a series of chapter previews of the book, and today we're going to look at chapter 1, Work as a Gift. I think usually we see work as an entitlement or a right. We may think of it as our work. And if we think of work in that way, I think we'll always be disappointed. You see, we'll never be paid what we think we're valued. We'll never be affirmed as much as we think we should be for our gifts and abilities. We will never have the opportunities that we think we deserve. However, if we see our work as a gift, then I think we're much more likely to actually respond with a heart of gratitude. If this work is a gift from God, then I'm going to hold on to it much more lightly than I might if I thought it was my work. And we might also be more ready to give it up when it's time to leave. This is not just a helpful and good framework, it's a biblical framework. In Genesis 1:26-28, which is also known as the creation mandate, God appoints human beings as his vice-regents, as it were, as the people who will oversee his work of creation. In this way, we can see that our work is a gift from God as we look after and care for creation and as we serve other people. However, this might not feel quite right to you. Maybe your work is cleaning toilets. Maybe your work is a very difficult place at the moment and it's really hard to see it as a gift. I think in those circumstances there are a couple of responses we can have. First of all, we remember that we work not for human masters, we work for God. In Colossians it tells us that we should work wholeheartedly for the Lord. And so if we're working for the Lord, we will work without the issues that we might have if we were working for people that we felt were not treating us really well. We know God sees and he cares for us. The second thing is our response or our reaction, this idea of wholeheartedness. What if we actually put our whole self into our work, even though others might count it as menial or meaningless, or even if it feels very difficult? I think if we do that, our work has a greater dignity and a greater meaning than it might otherwise have. I love the quote from William Blake, which he wrote in a letter to one of his patrons, that his fingers emitted sparks in expectation of his future labour. Even if our time at work at the moment is difficult, we know that in God we have this hope of future dimensions of work, maybe in our lifetime, but definitely afterwards. So why don't you take time now to think about your work as a gift? What does that mean for you? What difference does that make to how you see your work?